The conversation shaking the entire country today is the claim that President Tinubu may have made certain political understandings with powerful northern blocs. And according to voices circulating online, this is why some people believe he has not shown the full force needed to tackle insecurity. Nobody is saying this as confirmed fact, but the way Nigerians picked up the gist, expanded it, and linked it with current events shows how deep the frustration around insecurity has become. People are tired, angry, confused, and desperate for answers. Please like this video and subscribe so you don't miss the updates as this gist keeps unfolding. The story picked up speed after a viral commentator said Tinubu's biggest challenge may not be the criminals themselves, but the political web surrounding them. According to him, insecurity has been around for so long because those who have influence inside the system benefit from its continuation. His words shook people because Nigerians already suspect that insecurity isn't just about violence, it is about money, networks, and people who feel threatened when peace begins to return. As soon as that statement dropped, people began dragging Tinubu into the conversation, asking if political relationships built during the campaign season are now limiting his ability to act boldly. Please like this video and subscribe so more people can join the gist. Some Nigerians linked this to the growing silence from high-ranking northern figures who usually speak out on national issues. People noticed the silence and started asking whether this is the calm before something bigger or whether it is part of a political understanding that the public does not know about. The speculation became even louder after the viral clip of the analyst who hinted that Tinubu's political alliances may be playing a role in how he approaches insecurity. People said the president may be avoiding a direct confrontation with certain powerful groups so as not to destabilize the political system. Now let me show you the clip that has been circulating online and fueling this entire discussion.
Trump does not make empty threats. Board have seen that Tinubu is not competent enough to look after Nigeria. He doesn't have the muscle and the political will to deal with them. And that's why the Americans are saying, if you lack the political will to stop the jihad against Christians in Nigeria, we will help you come to Nigeria and take care of those Muslims, jihadists. There is nothing like farmers' headers crisis. This is just a mask being used by the federal government to actually gain land that it could not get illegally through legislation. Today we have now seen it because we now saw in every place where these lands are taken by force, indigenous into IDP camps. And why they're in IDP camps, foreigners come and take over their indigenous lands. People will come and say Allah Akbar and then start killing people. And when you ask Tinubu, he said communal clashes. That's not communal clashes. The truth about what's going on is it's a religious war. As the Sunni Fulanis are doing theirs, they are also cultivating Yoruba Muslims in Yoruba land to work with. And this is why the Igbos who were being attacked in Lagos in voter suppression constitute the largest stock of ethnic Christians anywhere in West Africa. So, and they are followed only by the TV, who are also up to 98% Catholics. And this is where this issue is. The Christians versus Muslims thing, which started this crisis, was the main reason for Buhari's coup. When Ekweme was
the coup of 1983.
Yes, that coup was principally to stop Ekweme Christian from succeeding Buhari. I mean, Bashagari, a Muslim. Buhari told the other Muslims that they won the war and it would be wrong for them to share power with the Christians. Promoted the Islamic cause. Abacha even went further to create a purely Muslim state in Nasarawa, as he plotted, gave the senatorial zone of Nasarawa itself, which was predominantly occupied by Christians who are Ahu people. He gave that to the Kasinawa ruling house in the Fulani ruling system, gave Kefi to the Salabawa ruling house, gave Lapia, where he himself being a Kanuri, maybe that's Abacha, gave it to the Kanurawa, the Kanuris. So the Kanuris were there. When Obasanjo, a Christian, was brought out of prison and he became president, they now started the Sharia against him. And he said, look, that we have a secular constitution, you have no right to start the Sharia. But he knew they just wanted to kill his administration. So he kept quiet, thinking that it is political Sharia to go away. He called Governor Abdullah Hedama and begged him of Nasarawa, don't join these people, don't do Sharia to encircle me here in Abuja with Sharia states. Abdullah Hedama agreed. And when he agreed, Obasanjo, in gratitude, cancelled the link between Sule and Abuja, and now opened a brand new road and link between between Abuja and Kefi, Nasarawa State. That's how you now saw that massive multi-lane express road that opened up. And as it opened up, it now drove populations in Maraba, Nyanya, and Karu. As people came there to stay, instantly Nasarawa State became today a Christian majority state. So these are the dynamics that were there. Abacha created Nasarawa so that it could be that what you call a Muslim state. So this has been going on for long. We now got into democracy. Of course, you've seen how it was. Goodluck became president just by luck, and he's been there. Of course, what you're seeing now against Tinubu was done against him. Violence was used to remove him. So Tinubu, being a Southerner, went into alliance with the Fulanis, and as he now got into power, 2 years into it, being a Southerner, though he's a Muslim, is not good enough for them, and they want him out. So that's why you'll now see the calibrated escalation of violence against his government. And of course, he doesn't have the muscle and the political will to deal with them. And that's why the Americans are saying, if you lack the political will to stop the jihad against Christians in Nigeria, we will help you come to Nigeria and take care of those Muslims, jihadists. I can see today, Nnamdi Kanu, the judge said today that Nnamdi Kanu's speeches was what made the soldiers to shoot at the unarmed civilians at the toll gates. It just tells you the man read a speech, probably long written for him, as Showora said, by the government. Don't forget, the man is an establishment judge. That's why Wike uses the man also for the government. Take any government case to him, he will do it for you. So for me, let us watch, let us pray that the intervention of the United States in Nigeria's internal insurgency by the Fulani militias could be coming to a turning point where we will now see President Tinubu give strong marching orders to the soldiers to do something different, to engage against the Fulani militiamen responsible for this genocide across Nigeria.
We've seen it now. From that clip alone, you can see how bold the speaker was. He did not accuse anyone directly, but he painted a picture strong enough for Nigerians to begin connecting the dots. Immediately after the video went viral, different political commentators started giving their own interpretations. Some said Tinubu inherited a mess and is trying to avoid escalation. Others said he is being too cautious. And then there are those who believe political debts and quiet agreements from the election period may now be coming back into the picture. The question Nigerians keep asking is simple. If the president truly wants to fight insecurity with full power, is he completely free to do so? The fear is that some of the groups or individuals who played a role in stabilizing his political rise may also be connected to the same structures he now needs to confront. And if there is even a small level of loyalty or consideration towards them, it becomes difficult to take decisive action. This is the core of the gist. People believe the president may not want to offend those who helped him gain his current position. Please like this video and subscribe. This gist is getting deeper every hour. Some Nigerians argue that former presidents also face the same challenge. They say every leader who enters office in Nigeria must somehow balance loyalty, political friendship, and national interest. And if any of those forces collide with each other, the leader must choose between upsetting allies or upsetting the entire nation. Most people fear Tinubu is choosing political peace over national security, and that is why insecurity is still holding the country hostage. Others see things differently. They say Tinubu is being strategic. They argue that insecurity is not something one person can fix in 1 year. They believe he is reviewing the structure silently, identifying the real actors behind the scenes, and preparing a long-term attack rather than a quick, noisy fight. They say the president does not want to make mistakes that could worsen the situation. This group believes Tinubu is playing the long game, slow, quiet, but intentional. But regardless of which theory people believe, the truth remains: Nigerians are scared. Every day, new attacks happen. People disappear. Farmers cannot go to their farms. Children in the north are kidnapped. Roads are unsafe. Forests are controlled by armed groups. So when people hear that political forces may be influencing the president's decisions, the anger naturally increases. Please remember to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss any angle of this developing story. Some voices online went even further, saying that Nigeria has become a place where insecurity is treated as a political tool instead of a national disaster. They say too many key players benefit from the chaos, from ransom money to influence to access to power. And if this is true, then any leader who comes in, whether Tinubu or anyone else, must fight not just criminals, but a system built around those criminals. This is why many Nigerians believe Tinubu needs courage, not just strategy. They say he must be ready to confront anyone, no matter how influential or politically connected. They say Nigeria has reached a point where political balancing is no longer enough. The country needs strong decisions, quick actions, and a leader who is not afraid of losing friends if it means saving the nation. But can Tinubu take that step? That is the question. Some people believe he can, others believe he won't. And that is why this gist is trending, because Nigerians are unsure which path the president will choose. If you want me to continue this gist with a deeper breakdown of how insecurity became so political, the history of alleged northern alliances with southern presidents, and what Tinubu must do to break this cycle,